Hi, I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but welcome to my apartment. I'm doing work on maternal personality, stress, and child behaviors. So there's indication that adverse infant experience greatly affects mental health and development. Infant experience is largely dependent on the relational pattern between parent and child. Goodwin, Meyer, Thompson, and Hayes found that children with a secure attachment at 4 years old had more positive self-concept at 5 years old and were more consistent in their self-perceptions over time than children who had insecure attachment at 4 years old. So, parent personality and child behavior, I'm going to look at how they relate to each other. So, Schofield et al. Found that positive parent personality was associated with positive parenting and played a significant role in the development of positive adolescent personality traits. In terms of stress and child behavior, Flory, Miller, and Halpern explained that a mother's stress affects maternal parenting styles and ultimately the child's symptoms and functioning, in that mothers who had greater amounts of stress had children with more internalized or externalized behavior. In terms of parent personality and stress, Maslow, Caldera, Persley, Reifman, and Houston found that mother's stress during the first 3 years of an infant's life was influenced by the mother's personality rather than the child's temperament and familial factors. So our present study looks to understand the relationship between parent personality traits, parenting stress, and child behaviors, explore the ways in which parenting personality traits interact with child behaviors, and explore the relationship between parenting stress, personality traits, and child behaviors to determine whether parenting stress interacts with parent personality style to predict child behaviors. The overall hypothesis is that parent personality traits, such as neuroticism, conscientiousness, extroversion, and agreeableness, would be correlated with infant-toddler behaviors. In addition, it is expected that parenting stress would be correlated with less than ideal infant-toddler behaviors. It is also expected that stress would interact with parent personality to predict infant-toddler behaviors. So the first hypothesis is that in dyads where the mother scores higher on scales of neuroticism and conscientiousness, the infant-toddler will show behaviors characterized by more negative mood and affect, difficulty to self-regulate, and lack of interest, attention, and persistence in exploring. The second hypothesis is that in dyads where the mother scores higher on scales of extroversion and agreeableness, the infant-toddler will show behaviors characterized by more positive affect and mood, visual contact with mother, and capacity to communicate needs and wants. In addition, they would show high interest in exploration. The third hypothesis is that in dyads where the mother reports a higher level of total parenting stress, the infant-toddler will show behaviors characterized by more negative mood and affect, difficulty to self-regulate, and lack of interest, attention, and persistence in exploring. So the method is via participants, materials, and procedures. The participants will be 35 mother-child dyads from the metropolitan New York City area. They'll range in age, race, ethnicity, and education and marital status. The participating children will range in age from 5 months to 20 months and in gender. They'll be recruited through the posting of information about the study at early childhood centers, community centers, and online parenting forums in the metropolitan area. The materials will be using the PCRA. The purpose of this instrument is to capture the parent's experience of the child's experience of the parent, and the behavioral and affective characteristic that the child and parent bring to the dyadic interaction. The parent personality will be studied using the NEO 5-factor inventory. It measures areas that include neuroticism, extroversion, openness, agreeableness, and conscientiousness. Parent stress is studied using the Parenting Stress Index. It will look at the magnitude of stress related to the parent-child relationship and demographic form, including age, race, ethnicity, pregnancy, marital status, and education. So the study will be submitted for approval by the IRB. The dyads will be filmed that same day as the dyads being filmed. The PSI, the NEO, and the demographic form will be filled out by parents. So the current researcher, which is me, and 2 co-raters, will receive training from a skilled PCRA coder using practice videotapes. And then once that happens, I will try to establish co-rater reliability with inter-rater reliability with my co-rater and co-rate videos using the PCRA code. My planned analysis first starts with the inter-rater reliability. So we'll be using the CAPA statistic to determine consistency among raters. Because once CAPA's